So, going off of that fight that we were talking about earlier with, Shakur and Devin, now with
Uh-huh.
the negotiations coming forward, you think that they will be easier to be made now?
Well, let me tell you like this here. This just I'm gonna give you my hypothesis, right? You figure if guys were cherry picking then, some people, I won't mention no names, a lot of people that, if they hadn't been recipients of titles without fighting, they may have never gotten one. So I know now it'll give a chance for no. I'm going to use Devin. Not saying Devin is the person, but use him for example. Now Devin has an opportunity to fight to prove that he's the best fighter in the world. He didn't have to prove it now. Now he has to prove it. So this is a great opportunity for him, It's not how a man goes down, it's how he gets back up that really determines his character. So we're gonna see how much character he has, Like I said, this is the perfect opportunity for him to step up and hey, don't talk about it, be about it, right? He put
Yeah.
himself in a situation. This will be that. This will be. Hey, you couldn't have wrote a better script than this. The man go down. Okay, now he got all the reason in the world to prove that he's best. He's taking on all comers. Now, hey, I got a chip on my shoulder. If you take that attitude and do it, hey, and he does it, then hey, he'll have success. But if you don't take that attitude, nah, no, I don't think I think it'll really be hard for him to come back without them cherry picking their opponents.
Mm. So, what would you have to say if you was in we'll put you in the situation, right? Say, you want to move up, you want to fight Devin, and
Uh-huh.
say, you're going for that title that he has,
Uh-huh.
and he decides not to make weight, you know, uh,
Right.
does the same thing to what Ryan did to him.
Right.
What do you do as a coach? And he say
Well,
he
just
decides to give you 600,000 or whatever or
well,
something,
let's for this here. I'll use Devin and Shakur. Devin has always been bigger than Shakur.
right.
Because when Devin was with me on the team, uh, Shakur was part Alexis Rocha. What's the name, my man? Evans. Evan. What's his name? Evan Sanchez. They from California, and they couldn't do much with Shakur. So I put Devin in there with him. This between me and you, man. Put Devin in there, and man, they would take it out on Devin. You know Alexis Rocha, his
Yeah,
brothers fighting family. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it's a tough dude. Yeah, and hey, man, they was giving him that smoke. So Shakur was always boxing, bigger people than him, man. So I don't think it would affect him. You saying Shakur spar big babies, man. Shakur spar boots, Spartans, that size factor, whatever word, he never thought about it because he's going to try to emulate himself every time and each time he's in the ring. He's going to try to do what he do. He's going to try to be Shakur.
So you believe it wouldn't matter?
No, it wouldn't matter. It never did.
No, but say, like, they decide to not do it for the title and just to get that name, that the Shakur Stevenson name.
Yeah, a catchweight, man. Yo, I would love to see him do that. If he did that, I'd probably eat my hat.
Would you guys take it still?
Of course, we'll take it.
Because we guys are not too far when it comes to size. Pause, but like you guys, they're the same size, kind of.
It's not the size, it's the skill, and it's a big, big, big gap there.
Mm. I remember the Bill Haney leaked interview, the leaked audio saying that the gap has gotten smaller over the years of sparring with each other. Do you
Between who?
between
Between
Devin?
Shakur and Devin?
Yeah,
Man, there's no. Listen, did you see Devin fight? Devin fight almost the same way he did as an amateur. Okay, and it's a lot of stuff that like there are levels in this his stuff, and I know for sure. You can't be a jack of all trades and a master of none. And you look at Devin. Devin had some of everybody train him, right? Roy Jones and this here and all that. Well, when he gets in the ring, do you see any of that? You see Devin, right?
Hmm.
Because his foundation is there. The same foundation that he had, nothing changed. It's just like, hey, when you get a rat or something backed up in the corner, it's going to revert to the only thing that it knows, the thing that it's been doing, trying to survive. I
So.
mean, you look at the feet wide, legs wide open. Sometimes head out over his knees. You see his
Hmm.
hands not in position, pulling his hand up to his head instead of and into his hands and all that crazy stuff. That's amateur stuff.
Yeah, I told Bill this on another podcast before too.
Uh-huh.
I told him that there is, when I look at the fundamentals and skills, there's a difference. There is a difference.
It's a big difference. It's a big difference because there is an amateur level and there is a professional level. And the professional level is the highest level that you can go. Remember, I told you about the amateurs are just like going to high school, college. Then you then you get to your specialties and what you. So now it's the same thing. When you have the kids that come in and don't never fight on that elite level or get used to fighting on that elite level, where you are competing against the best people in the United States, right?
Mm.
Okay, when you then you get a chance to know the levels, you will see the difference between professional and the higher levels, or say the amateur and the higher levels of boxing. Now you can always assume and put yourself and just declare that you've done that, but you know inside yourself that you've never done that.
Mm.
That's the reality. You can't like they always say, you can't play and you can't fake boxing. No, you can't.
Do you believe that skills is the reason why Ryan Garcia beat Devin Haney, not the steroids?
I know for a fact it is because if you look at it, Ryan done been in Canelo camp, you know. He been in my man's camp now with Earl Spencer, old trainer Derek James. You know, he's been in quality and quality coaches staff. You know, Roy Jones was never a great defensive fighter. You know, he couldn't teach him nothing about the defense. He couldn't teach him to emulate more Roy Jones as what he did when he was training with Roy Jones, try to move like Roy Jones. That didn't work for him. So what Devin always had to do with each coach he had to revert to that back to Devin because that's who he is.
Right,
You
right.
know it take consistency in this here. You know you can't be a jack of all trades and master none. You know you got to master some things in this art. In this here game, you got to master a lot of things to be successful in this here game.
So,
And
yep.
I got.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
But no, no, no. What I was gonna say, boxing is just like anything, like in science. You know, every few years, everything get upgraded, man. The way you train, the performance training, the strength training, the cardio training, all those things are a real part of it, man.
100%, 100%.
Uh huh.
Do you
And
do
you,
you
good,
do you see
good,
moving do you see moving forward? Like, obviously we got other champions here. Subir Matias, Teofimo Lopez. Now after this, do you feel like, he's going from Sandro Martin? I hear that's just mandatory.
right,
After that,
right,
you got Antoine Russell that's on his neck as
right,
well.
right.
What do you see the
Well,
path?
only one we never boxed in terms of, and have seen him out as Matias, but everybody else we boxed already, from then at 140, then at 154 on down, I mean, you gonna see Shakur, joke. So, like I said, the weight doesn't matter, the height doesn't, vary. You know, he's done seen a lot of boxing around the world, a lot of people, all different hard times. I told you one time, man, when the whole Russia was stepping on his toe and whatnot, man, and after the fight, he took his shoe off. His shoe was black, purple, and blue, man, from the whole tournament, man, because they just trying to slow him down. and trying to keep him in front of him, man. They couldn't do it. And that was a result of how bad they wanted to beat him, man. Stepping on, and the referees would allow it abroad. So, we had to fight through all that hitting after the bell, the slinging and throwing you down and all that kind of stuff. So we got a lot of rough, rugged fighting, man. And the amateurs, people don't realize. They think when you go out here to these here countries, you have exactly maybe like 60 countries. So with 10 weight classes, that's 600 people. Okay, so you got about like 60 people per weight class, and you got to fight through that. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna see every kind of style, length, size, doesn't matter, man. Some of the biggest people I seen was internationally, man. And hey, they come in all sizes, shapes, and forms, and all styles, man. So he's been adept at fighting some of everybody, big, small, wide, tall. I think he wouldn't have a problem with it.